Good morning, YouTube. For all those who are watching, if you have not yet subscribed and liked, please do so. Let's see. Today's show, I'm going to give you a little rundown of the show. We're going to be talking about fire safety and what responsibility we all have for that, and what happens when things go wrong. If you're a tenant and there's a fire, is your landlord responsible, etc. Some of my most catastrophic and horrific cases stem from fire claims, because usually I'm dealing with the family members of my clients because they are deceased. Yeah, we're on YouTube Live.
Not YouTube Live, but it's 9:01. I figured we'd be on the airwaves. Hey, guys. It's cold outside, man. That wind, I just walked outside. The wind smacked me out the door.
It's whipping.
Yeah.
It's a whipping wind.
That's what it is. I got whipped. The hawk is hawking, man, for real.
All right, say it in 15 seconds.
I will not put my headphones on until now.
What was that about?
Good morning. Welcome back. I am Dean Weitzman, your host, every Saturday morning right here on 100.3 WR&B.
As he bangs on the table in Classics 107.9.
There you go. This is the way you get energy back in your body after you're, sleeping for a whole night. You have to smack yourself around. I was smacked around by the wind today.
Yeah, man.
It is a whipping wind.
It whipped me.
Yeah, and the highway, I want to just give our listeners just a little warning. The highways, like I'm coming down the Schuylkill, the wind is whipping. It's creating ice and snow on the highway, which is creating a slippery situation. And so I warn you all that you never know. You could be on dry road, and then a few feet down the road, you get a patch of ice.
Yeah.
And so be careful out there. For the next, I would say, 48 hours, we're going to be very cold and very, very windy.
The other thing, and it happened 3 times already this morning, is only a dusting, but there's still snow on the top of your cars and on your windows. And some of that stuff just flew off into windshields. I saw it. I was ticked off at some guy. I was going to get his license tag and everything and just put him on blast right now. But I'm going to give you a break. But you guys need to wipe the snow off the top of your cars.
You're bringing up another good point. I think we've made it before, but it should be made again. And that is, if you have snow and ice on your car, and that snow or ice comes off of your car and creates a hazard and perhaps an accident, if you can be identified, you, the at-fault, the culpable driver, right, then there is liability for that. You when you get on the highway, you're supposed to have your car in a condition where it's safe for other motorists on that highway.
Exactly.
So I agree with you, Manuel. I agree with you. That's something that people should take into consideration before they jump in the car. And the other thing is, let's say you're going through an intersection, you have a collision, and you say, I have a green light. The other guy says, no, I had the green light. And the other guy snaps a picture of your car, and your car is, the windshield is obscured by snow and ice.
Yeah.
When you get to court, I think you're going to have a hard time proving that you're right and they're wrong, because the fact is that you have less vision when the windshield has a third of it or 50% of it covered by snow and ice. So again, for your own safety and those around you, but also for, civil liability, you should have your car cleaned completely of snow and ice.
Amen.
There you go. All right. Today's show, folks, we're going to be talking about fire safety and whose responsibility is it, what happens when a fire occurs in the home, and God forbid, what happens when there's significant injury. And as I said earlier, some of my most horrific and catastrophic losses occur around fire losses. It's never a good thing, and usually it involves either very horrific and significant injuries or death. So it's fire's not something to be played with, and on a lighter note, before we get going, we got the Super Bowl tomorrow.
What?
I just burned this show down, didn't I?
Yeah, you kind of did. Yeah.
We call it the big game.
Yeah,
That's
that's
more
the one
legal
thing.
term.
There's two things, and then he's put us right in a pocket where we can't get out of that.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
It's this show.
and again, it's not mine.
It's
It's not mine.
Not mine.
This is a very valuable show because it's one and done.
Pretty much.
That's true.
We can't recycle you, baby. You're done.
It's the time capsule show here, man. Do you have
right.
a favorite? Do you care?
I got my money on Seattle. All right, I'm going out there and telling. I was back and forth. You know, Drake May, he's looking sharp, and he's the I guess the crowd favorite because you know he's a rookie and all that stuff, and so I think that you know my heart was with the Patriots. But he has not played well in any of the playoff games when you really analyze his play. He turned the ball over, I think, 4 or 5 times in the last game. I mean, just so happens the other team turned it over as many times as he did. But I just don't trust him. Don't trust him for this game. And I think they're going to go after him. And I think he's going to be on his butt a bunch of times and probably cough the ball up once or twice.
All right. Score?
And Seattle's going to just walk all over them.
Score?
Well, as long as it covers the points, who cares?
Yeah,
Right?
well, that's a man after my own heart. You know?
As long as it covers.
As long as we're covered.
Yeah.
I say maybe 24-14.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where I'm going with it. And you know, if you got a you want to take a mortgage out on your home and come along with me, you know, no.
I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care.
I could care less.
Well, that's the point of betting. See, I don't care about anything, but once you put a bet on, even if it's like $100, now I care. Now I want to see them win because I want to win with them.
I don't even know if I'm. This is blasphemous. I don't even know if I'm going to watch.
Well, see, we got the regular Weitzman crowd coming over tomorrow. I thought maybe you guys would have joined us.
Well, that's a possibility. When you put it out, when you jiggle that carrot out. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know, I figured you. Although I thought, well, maybe you won't come because of the embarrassment over your performance at the poker table last time.
He's right. It was terrible. He's dead right. But you know what? And I told him, I tell you all this. You know what I did? You ever see the movie Maverick? I sat there and watched all you guys for like an hour, and I learned all your tells. All of you. The guy with the cigar, he's the worst.
How'd that work out for you?
No, but that last hand, that double down thing y'all do was new to me. I'm not going to lie. I've never seen that before. Is that just for you guys?
It's something I only learned about it about 6 months ago.
I never saw it before.
Yeah,
so,
it's a double bomb pot game.
Right.
I don't know. There's probably somebody on YouTube or listening today that knows what that is.
I'm sure.
But for those who don't, you get dealt out your 2 cards. It's a regular hold'em poker game, and then the dealer deals out before any betting deals out 3 cards for the flop on one and 3 cards again. So you can play 2 hands, or you can have the best of either hand. So you might push.
It's like blackjack.
You might win one and lose one. Or you might win both, and it can get a little crazy.
It got crazy. Those guys are good friends of yours for a long time.
Yeah. I've been in that poker game, probably about 4 or 5 years.
It shows.
Yeah. So, and you know what? Those guys also, in addition to being friends, have been really good clients and friends to the law firm, to My Philly Lawyer.
It's a good group of guys, a good group of friends.
So there you go. And by the way, we're opening. We've opened, and it's fully staffed 5 days a week. The King of Prussia office. So if you're ever across from the mall and you want to come see a little My Philly Lawyer action, it's 727 West DeKalb Pike.
727.
Yes. That's right.
Nice.
I knew it when I saw that number.
I see what you did there.
When I saw that number, I just had to grab it.
That's how it went? Really?
That's how it went.
Okay.
What's our telephone number? 215-227-2727.
It was destiny.
It was destiny.
It was. There are no coincidences.
Yes, there are none. Okay, so listen, folks, if you're listening and you got questions or you want to jump in on the conversation, just give us a call at 215-227-2727, the number for all things legal in Philly. Okay, so this is, fellas, this is the peak months for fires, December, January, and February.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. You said that before.
The leading cause of home fires and fire injuries, cooking.
Oh, I thought it was electronic devices or
Cooktops cause 62% of home fires. Not because people can't cook, because they have to leave the kitchen and they leave the flame unattended while they leave the kitchen.
Is space heaters number 2?
I believe I do not know the answer to that. I only went with
Are you seeing a lot of
number one.
space heaters these days?
Um,
When you say space heater, are you talking about regular electric heaters? Or are you talking
yeah.
about okay?
Well, yeah,
You're not talking about any kerosene or anything.
Well, that's a form of space heater. That's a more dangerous form. But
Right.
yes, there's the gasoline, kerosene space heaters.
Right, with the wick and everything.
Yeah, and they obviously should be only used in an outdoor space, you would think, because they have some fumes that come off of them. And so that the fumes can cause serious problems. You can end up dying from that in a contained space, and then they can also explode and, what have you. But no, I was talking about the electric space heaters. And anything electric. And that's another, what I've seen in my practice in law, I have seen faulty wiring causing fires. Older homes, you have the insulation around the wires is fraying. Inside the wall, you don't even know
Those
it.
are the worst. Yeah,
Yeah, because you don't know it until it's too late. And oftentimes, it happens when folks are sleeping. I've had clients who had fires like that and never got out of bed. It's just horrific. And it's one thing if you're the homeowner and you let your home get like that, or you don't, tend to it. It's another thing if you're a tenant and you don't really have control over that. And that's where, on all of the cases that I've pursued, my clients have been tenants in homes that were poorly maintained, and the fire started because of electrical issues.
This is why we have standards and codes when building things, right?
And that's really important, because what we must do in a fire case like that is determine what caused the fire. Well, was it somebody smoking, or was it an electrical problem? And for that, we bring in fire cause and origin specialists, like a fire marshal who comes into the home and really does an analysis, an investigation, and makes a determination as to what caused the fire. Once we've determined what the origin of the fire is, then we know if there is somebody responsible for it other than the victims of that fire. And sometimes it's a product, that's made poorly, and that is the cause of the fire, an electrical product. And sometimes it's the maintenance of the home, or a combination of both. And we've seen it all. It never is a good situation under those circumstances. It's always a very, very difficult situation, both in proving the case and also the damages that were caused. 215-227-2727. Has anybody been involved in a fire, and how did it happen? Yeah, go ahead, tell me.
Which one?
Really, multiple.
Harrisburg. I lived on Front Street. My landlord smoked and drank wild turkey. Fell asleep in the computer room. Place caught on fire. It was on the front page of the paper.
Did he die?
Nobody died. Everybody got out. My dog and the firefighter on the front page of the newspaper. They saved my dog, but burned the place down. Just falling asleep with cigarettes, drinking in the computer room.
And did you bring a claim against your landlord?
I did not, as a matter of fact. That didn't happen.
Did you have a loss?
No,
a property loss?
I lost nothing. As a matter of fact, the smoke was what kept us out. You couldn't stay in there. It wasn't habitable because of that. But I didn't lose any property. No loss of life. Nothing. It was just, it was unlivable because of the smoke.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
So you were able to get all your clothes, furniture.
Yeah, but couldn't get that smell out ever.
Well, then you
That's
did.
damage.
Then you
That's
did.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Then
true.
you did have a loss.
That's
You did
true.
have a loss.
Yeah.
Long term. So yeah, that was about it. Luckily, and the other one again was just like you said. You're a tenant, and someone else started a fire, and we all just got out. But that was a long time ago.
Again, when you're in a tenancy and you're and there's a neighbor who maybe wasn't attending to the cooking, and a fire begins, and you're damaged because of that fire, or your property is damaged, you have a claim against the tenant's insurance.
Rentals.
If the tenant has rental insurance, or homeowner's insurance, then you would have a claim against that company for the liability or the negligence of your tenant, your neighbor.
But if
Looking
you have
back-
your own renter's insurance and they don't have renter's insurance,
Then your renter's insurance will pay for whatever losses you're contracted to, and you'll have a deductible, and they'll take the deductible out, but they'll pay you. But if you're going against the tenant's insurance, then you can also get pain and suffering, as well as any property losses.
I wish I'd known then what I know now about all of this stuff. It would have been a different outcome.
Well, that's why
Yep.
that's why we share this information with our listeners every Saturday, whatever day we are.
It was Saturday, D.
Yeah.
See, it's hurting, boy. You and this
Yeah.
timeline today.
We used to be on Sunday, 7 or 12 decades ago, and it's something that always sticks with me because it was very painful. That 7 a.m. Sunday time slot. You know it.
I know it. Well, I know it. And we had you on not too long ago.
Yes, you did.
Did you feel comfortable?
Yeah, it was very comfortable, almost
go.
like it was Saturday.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But you wouldn't do that again.
Would I do that again? Of course I would. For you, I would do anything.
Well, thank you, Dean. But 7 a.m. on a Sunday, no, that's not your thing.
No, 7 a.m. any day is not my thing. I'm not a 7 a.m. person.
But you're up early all the time.
No, I just fake it.
Ah.
I get up early when I have to get up early. Like we have a trial coming up, not this week, but the following week, and I'll have to be in court at 9 a.m. every morning. I want to be there before the judge and the jury gets in.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll be up early. But it's not my thing. It's not what I would prefer to do.
It's been
There's
2
morning
weeks.
people. Like there's morning people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They love it.
We've all had to be morning people at one time in this career. You better
But
believe it.
I'm talking about people who don't have to get up for jobs, but they
Yeah.
just get up at like 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock.
Internal
and
clock.
they're doing their exercise and
Yeah.
getting life on. They're having their coffee and their whatever, and they enjoy that time. I
not that
enjoy
dude.
sleeping that time. Yeah, that's me.
Were you tough getting up early for school?
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I could remember my dad beating the hell out of me to get me out of bed.
Get out of bed.
Yeah. Oh my. The strap would come out.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that was, looking back, that was some type of abuse. Knowing what we know now.
Yeah, you ever see those cartoons where the cat is up on the ceiling, holding on to the chandelier?
That was you.
Yeah, that was me.
We all
Yeah.
got the belt when we were little. Knowing what we know now, but we have sued our parents.
No, I couldn't have sued my dad. Maybe my mom, but not my dad.
Oh. Listen, since the snow, it's been what, 2 weeks, guys? Has it been 2 weeks?
The snow hasn't stopped. Every time I go outside, I'm looking out. There's snow out there.
Has there been an uptick of any cases, lawsuits, slip and falls? Anything
Yes.
happened? False. I went to downtown. I saw big signs everywhere. Watch out for falling ice from these high rises.
Yes. Yeah.
Anything like that happening?
We have had an uptick in slip and fall cases on ice, on black ice. What you call black ice, just to me means that you're on like an asphalt surface, and the snow mound that they built up along the perimeter is on a sunny day, even though it's only like 32, but it starts to melt, and the water slides down onto the asphalt. And then they don't go out again
And
that
treat it.
afternoon and treat it with
Yeah.
some more salt. And so that freezes over, and you come and get your gas at the gas station, and you go to walk in to pay the guy, and it's like zip, 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 and
Your
your
tire spinning.
yeah, and your tires are your feet, and you end up on your head, and you end up with an injury.
Gas station attendants need to have that cleared, correct? Or they're liable.
Absolutely.
Everybody hear that?
Yeah,
You're pulling in to get some gas.
Again, it's a known thing. The snow mound is going to melt, and you're going to have refreeze. And nowadays the ice and snow removal contractors, they build that in. They come back every day for days on end and keep charging me for because I have an ice and snow removal contractor for the offices in the Northeast and in King of Prussia.
Yeah.
And so they come back every day to lay more salt down if it needs it. They retreat because they know it's going to melt and refreeze. It's a known thing. So if you encounter that as a pedestrian in the city of Philadelphia and you've hurt yourself, and it's a situation where there's ice and refreezing and you don't see salt laying down, then get on the phone and call 215-227-2727, because if you're suffering with injuries that were caused by the negligence of others, you shouldn't have to do that. You should be compensated for those injuries, and you should have the medical care you need.
There's a new dynamic with driving. Electric cars now have electric stations. And I couldn't tell you the name of any of them. There's not a Sunoco or a Citgo, but those companies are liable where you have to recharge your car. I see them in malls and everywhere.
Listen, any business that is attracting customers, that makes that person a business invitee. They are treated to the highest possible standard in the law, so that their case, the defendant in those cases must show that they've done everything they can to make their place safe. And if they haven't, they're going to be responsible. It's as simple as that. 215-227-2727. If you or others have been injured on a slip and fall accident, don't suffer quietly alone. Give us a call. We'll help you.
This is timely, guys, because we got two subjects that are pertinent right now: snow and ice and space heaters, electrical fires, which is what we're talking about today, in businesses and in apartments, condominiums, everywhere. This is a tough time of year, man, where I can see all this converging at once.
Yeah. And then you're out, you ever see those horrible pictures where folks are huddled in blankets outside of their house as it's burning down?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's just...
And then when the fire hoses are, the trees are laced with a bunch of icicles.
And it's not just the trees, it's everything
and
around
the
that house.
streets and everything.
Ice everywhere.
It's everywhere.
All right, tactics. Let's talk to Rachel on line 1.
Hi,
Rachel, good morning and welcome to Court Radio.
Good morning. Hi.
Hi.
I'm very excited to talk to you.
I'm very excited to have you talking to me.
Thank you. Okay. So I've lived in other states, and I've rented apartments, and every 6 months or so, the complex will come in, change filters, smoke detector batteries, etc. I'm in Philly now, and I noticed that they don't do that. If a fire breaks out or something happens in my apartment, is the complex liable, or how does this work?
That's a great question, and it would really come down to, in my mind, what was in the lease would be one thing. We'd want to look at the lease and see if the lease even mentions who has responsibility for that. And then if the lease does not mention it, and there is a maintenance, if your complex has maintenance crews, I would think that we could find a claim against the complex for failing to change the batteries. When the smoke detector's battery is getting low, it's like beep, 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 beep. It's giving you a signal. So then the question I would raise would be, did you contact the maintenance office to say, hey, I need a battery replaced in my smoke detector? And if they ignored that, then that would go further towards establishing their liability. If it didn't make a sound, if this type of smoke detector were old enough that there was no way for you to know the battery was dead, again, I think the landlord has responsibility. So when we get cases like this, Rachel, we do a thorough investigation, and that investigation is geared towards seeing who's responsible for the loss. Sometimes it's our client who's responsible, or some portion of that, and sometimes it's not. But that investigation is the critical part of our initial representation. So it's not an all or nothing question, and I couldn't give you an all or nothing answer, but I hope I helped you along a little bit on that.
Okay, thank you.
Take care, Rachel.
Be safe.
Bye-bye.
You said they salt and plow your complex out in King of Prussia.
Yep.
And where's the other office?
Northeast Philly.
Almost daily. Right?
Yes,
All right.
Especially shortly after the storm. So you have the day that they're out there doing it, and then if the snow continued beyond that, they come out again and replow. Then they come out the next day maybe and resalt. So, yeah, they're out there several times.
So my point in saying this is right now, your office is accessible. The roads to it, parking lot, there'll be a place to park.
Yes.
To come see you in those two places.
Oh, yeah. If you go to either of our offices that are not in Center City, we have dozens of parking spaces.
Right.
Not one or two, dozens.
The convenience is obvious.
Yes.
Those are
Yes.
very convenient. The city office, though, Center City, 14th,
Well, listen,
JFK.
If you take public transportation, coming into Center City at our Center City location is easy. We're just above Suburban Station. We're just above 15th Street, the SEPTA hub. And so, yeah, you can get to us real easily.
Matter of fact, can I get to the subway from your building? Isn't there access?
Yes.
Right. Never even have to come above ground.
No, you do not.
There you go.
Yeah, there's an entrance right downstairs.
There you go, folks. You hear that?
So that shouldn't stop people from getting to me. And we're talking about fire safety. We're talking about ice and snow removal and obligations. And I wonder who on our listening audience, who has had a bad experience with an attorney with one of these claims? Who has walked away from one of these claims and said, "Oh my God, why didn't I call Dean?" Not every law firm is built the same way.
What do you mean?
Well, some people they just don't have either the experience, the manpower, or the heart to fight the battles that need to be fought. And so, not every law firm is built the same.
What do you mean heart? What do you mean guts? What do you mean?
What
that mean?
I want to make sure, right? There are some attorneys out there, probably, I would say, who don't want to fight the fight, and they'll take the first settlement that comes along. And then there are those who really care about the client and want to make sure that the client is cared for throughout the entirety of the claim and beyond, if they need ongoing medical care, et cetera. And they will continue to fight until that client is compensated to the nth degree. Not every law firm does that. And if you think, does that really surprise you? Does it?
That it comes from you?
No,
I know you. Yeah.
No, that every law firm doesn't have that fight in them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For you, and you're not going to remember it, but you should, because this movie is about your practice. A Few Good Men. All right, Tactic. You remember A Few Good Men. Mm-hmm. All right, Kathy always wants to settle out of court the easy way, But Joe was like, no, she cared about those two kids. She cared about those Marines, and towards the end, that rubbed off on him. That's how we got the happy ending, because people cared.
Yeah.
So that does matter. Fighting the fight.
It does. It really does. And so it's really important for you to feel comfortable with your attorney, to be able to speak to them, and to feel like you're being heard. And if that's not happening, then you're probably not with the right people. And, and I don't always tell my clients what they want to hear. I tell them what they need to hear.
Right.
So, I'm not soft pedaling this, but you need to have communication. 215-227-2727. Folks, if you've got a legal issue or question, or you just want to chat with us, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break. We'll be right back. Get those phone calls coming in.
We have one question on YouTube.
You're walking your dog or headed to...
You know what I thought was interesting, too? Remember we spent that whole day talking about people shoveling their walks and, how much space it is?
36 inches?
Getting a ticket.
Yep.
No ticket.
Ain't nobody getting no ticket.
Yeah, no shit.
The question was, when you have an apartment, is the landlord or the township required to have carbon monoxide detectors in every apartment?
Good question.
Or just working fire alarms?
I
they
believe
were
just
saying.
working fire alarms.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought
Are carbon monoxide detectors mandatory in Philadelphia apartments? If it's required anywhere, it's going to be required in Philadelphia. Yes, per the Philadelphia Fire Code, they're required in all multi-unit dwellings that have fossil fuel burning heaters, appliances, fireplaces, or an attached garage. Landlords must install working detectors, usually near sleeping areas, while tenants are responsible for maintaining batteries.
Okay.
The tenant's responsible for
That's
the
what it
batteries?
says, baby.
We just had another question about that. It said, my friend whose smoke detector alarm battery went off for weeks. The detector was placed so high on the wall that nobody had access or a tall enough ladder to reach it. It beeped for weeks. I guess that would be the
interesting, too.
landlord.
Yeah, that again, that would, I think, make an argument for the landlord. If the detector is placed in such a way that it is impossible for the tenant to get to replace the batteries, then the landlord has taken the responsibility on their own shoulders.
Right,
That would be my argument.
right, because we're not required to have a ladder.
Yeah,
you know.
or even, and this isn't like a step stool ladder.
Right.
You need like an 8-foot or 12-foot
Right.
ladder
Right.
Yeah.
in your apartment.
Right.
That's not usually the case, and I think that makes a strong argument that the landlord would be responsible to replace those batteries. But what I discovered in the fire code is that the tenant is responsible for batteries. But under the circumstances where it's so high, I think that's the landlord's job.
Yeah.
But CO2 detectors are required in Philadelphia apartments or homes that are rented out. Good morning. Welcome back. I am your host. This is Court Radio. My name is Dean Weitzman, and I usually hang out here every Saturday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. on 100.3 WRNB.
And Classics 107.9.
The firm is in the house. We've got Manny Manuel, who, I don't know, stepped aside for a moment. He'll be right back. Tactics, Jackson, DJ Tactics.
Wiki.
Yeah, wiki. What does that sound mean? Wiki.
That is a scratching sound.
Oh, there you go.
Wiki.
I got you. This is, he's a really old-fashioned DJ who's still wickets.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
A few of us still
of us,
around.
yep,
Still
yep.
around. A lot of us.
Vinyl?
A few of those, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, vinyl DJs, yeah.
Do you consider yourself a vinyl DJ?
I did it for a long time.
You
so,
used to be.
Yeah.
Well,
so
when you go to do an event, do you bring like crates of albums?
not
Them
anymore.
days are over.
But in the specific vinyl, they have like specific vinyl events
Oh, really?
for DJs to have. So DJs will bring their vinyl
Hmm.
to DJ at that specific event.
Gotcha.
If you just show up, I don't know what you're doing Valentine's Day. I'm sure you have some plans with the wife, but he'll be spending Valentine's Day.
Where?
4600 Broad Street, the Stinger La Pointe.
4600 North.
North Broad Street,
Yeah.
a block from the boulevard.
Did you
Belfield
say
and Broad.
Stinger?
The Stinger.
Get out of here.
Where else would a Scorpio be? The Stinger.
That joint's still open?
What? Brand new third floor, everything.
Wow.
Man, we're going to raise the roof.
Do they still have the fried shrimp at...
Yeah, big
what?
time.
The shrimp is shrimping.
Big time.
That window, you should have saw the window yesterday, man. That line
Down
going
the-
around the yes,
Really?
in their cars
In the cold?
all the time.
Yeah.
Like, who besides me would even know? Like, I mean, if you're not from Philly, you don't know that.
I don't know. The guy I ran into yesterday was from Delaware.
Yeah?
That's true.
He must have known somebody from Philly. Saquon Barkley's on the phone.
Maybe not.
Saquon.
Line 2, Saquon, welcome back to Core Radio.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's up? How you doing? Tell me what happened.
Basically, I was staying in a hotel in Chester, and I went to Burger King to get one of the vegan burgers and stuff. And as I went down there, I ordered the food. I bring them back. Buy everybody to look at the vegan burger. I bit into it, and it was molded. The whole burger, down to everything was molded on there. And I took it back to the to the Burger King that's out there in Chester, and the lady, she basically gave me her information. She was like, you know, we sorry for, we just got the shipment in, and we sorry about the food could be replaced. And I was like, absolutely not. I said, I want my money back. And I talked to the owner that owned the restaurant, but I couldn't find a lawyer to represent me for it for some reason.
Well, I'm
to Philadelphia.
I'm going to give you the reason, Saquon. I'm going to give you the reason.
Right.
It sounded to me like you discovered the moldy burger patty before you actually ingested it. Am I correct in that assumption?
No, I actually bit into it. I actually bit into the burger. That's how I felt after I was looking at it. I turned the light on. You know, you hungry, you just automatically unwrap it and just bite into it. That's what happened. And after I went for a second bite, I looked at it. I actually did ingest it. I had to throw it up.
Okay.
Okay.
So here's the deal. Horrific, horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, my face is getting twisted up into one of those faces that you make when things are really disgusting.
The ugly face.
Yeah, it was a disgusting story.
Right.
And there's probably some value to what you just described, but not significant enough value to bring an attorney in. Like, what's that? I'm assuming you didn't get sick, okay? Because some people who eat spoiled food could end up in the ER and could end up in a hospital bed for a week,
Stomach pump.
with some serious infections or what have you, and all the way to death. I mean, I've seen cases involving food poisoning that leads to death. So obviously, food poisoning claims exist.
Or allergies.
Yeah, or it brings on an allergy, and again, leading to either hospitalization or death. Food poisoning cases, and there are attorneys, and I actually, there's an attorney in Washington State who I am affiliated with in the sense that I've sent him clients. Because he is the food poisoning king of the United States. He's the attorney who does only food poisoning cases.
Really?
Yes. But
Wow,
again,
cool. Wow.
I've done food poisoning cases here in Philly. And sometimes they have a value. What Saquon describes is a case that might have a value of $1,000 or less. Okay, he bit into it, he spit it out. He really didn't get sick. He doesn't talk about getting to the hospital, or anything like that. So under those circumstances, of course, no attorney is going to be interested because it has no significant value. Because an attorney isn't, attorney working on a 40% power, say, they're not working for $400 to represent you against Burger King. It makes no sense. But that's a perfectly good case for you as an individual to say, hey, I want to be heard. I want my claim to be heard. I want to be compensated. If it's $1,000, I want my $1,000. And you file a lawsuit against Burger King or whoever I'll warn you that in that case it may be a franchisee. Okay, so
could be an individual.
So you're not suing necessarily Burger King per se, but you need to find out who the franchisee is of that store. And then you bring them to small claims court. If this is in the county, you bring them to the district justice for the area in which the incident occurred.
Okay.
And you have your evidence. You have it sounds like you kept the burger, so you want to, keep that frozen and have, or take a picture of it. And then you go into court, and then the judge twists his face up like I just did and goes, yeah, I'm going to award you $500. And you feel good about that, and you don't have to share it with an attorney.
I want $500, and I want to eat for Burger King for free for the rest of my life.
For one bad burger?
Hey,
Wow.
my psychological well-being, man.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Saquon, I hope I gave you a tip that'll help you. It sounds like you need to represent yourself. All right.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Take care, Saquon.
Something here that I didn't see that I've heard of. When you're in a fire, the Red Cross comes from everywhere to help people. I didn't know that, but they're right there on the scene, and they were telling stories. And they told me a story about the lint in the dryer that caught fire and burned the house down.
Yes.
And I'd never heard of that before.
I have my dryer lint cleaned every 6 months.
Every 6 months.
Yes.
We talking about the
No.
what are you talking about?
No, bro, not the thing in the dryer. I clean that every
cycle, right?
I'm talking about
the
at the
whole
end.
build-up at the end.
At the end of the dryer is
Yeah.
a hose. That hose goes to the outside.
Right.
And so in that hose, lint builds up.
Yep.
That gets through the lint filter in the dryer. And every 6 months, I got a company that comes out that cleans the lint in the hose.
You'd be surprised how much comes out of there for folks who've never done it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is a cause of a lot of fires. Yes, you're correct. So, yeah, there's a lot of causes of fires. And some of them we have control over, like the lint in your... If you're the owner. If you're the tenant, maybe not so much. If you're the tenant and there's washers and dryers in the house, then, again, the question is, whose job is it to maintain? Earlier, we had a caller who wanted to know who was responsible for changing the batteries. And I have looked at the fire code since that caller called, and the fire code seems to, at least in Philly, and a lot of these, I want to, the caveat is that every township or community may have their own codes or regulations. So what I say for Philly may not apply to Alden, Pennsylvania, or to Chester, or to wherever. So, but in Philly, it seems like the landlord has the responsibility to install fire detectors, smoke detectors, and CO2 detectors.
These things will be in the lease.
If there is a garage in the home or fossil fuel burning heating systems, they have to install CO2 detectors. But it is the tenant's responsibility to maintain the batteries. So there you go. We solved that problem, but that applies in Philly only. So if you have a fire in somewhere else, in Delaware or Montgomery or Chester County, you need to see me and we can investigate those claims. 215-227-2727.
Microwave, oven fires, air fryers, all these things. Hear about many of those?
I do. And again, sometimes they're defective products.
Okay.
Either defectively designed products or defectively manufactured products. So if a product is manufactured and it's supposed to have insulation, but this particular oven didn't have enough insulation and it catches on fire, then that is a investigation that we conduct at My Philly Lawyer by hiring fire cause and origin experts who go into the fire scene and look at everything and test everything and make a determination as to what caused that fire. Will we do that if the only problem is that, you had some furniture burned up? No, probably not. Again, just like the caller called about the vegan moldy burger, we look at the damages, okay? Because at the end of the day, if we're investing our time and money, because you don't pay for that fire cause and origin expert, I do, okay? And so it may cost me $10,000 to do a proper investigation before we determine who's at fault and whether we even have a case. I want to make sure if that happens, that the value of that case is substantially greater than my investment. And so when a new client comes in, one of the first things we do is we take a look at what the damages are. And if the damages are catastrophic, then we go to the next step and we hire the right experts to determine if we can figure out what caused the fire.
The other thing I saw is, especially now, cleaning the snow from the vents of your furnaces and your dryers or fireplace, wherever there may be snow buildup.
Yes.
Things like that.
Because that will cause a backup of carbon monoxide. Not necessarily a fire hazard, but deadly gases, it can be the silent killer. You're sleeping, you don't even know it, and they're odorless, colorless, and you don't wake up. And so, yes, you must make sure all the vents are completely cleared at your home. And you got to do an inspection. You got to walk around. You got to look at things. It's your life and your safety that's at stake here, folks.
Another caller?
Line 3, we got Troy. Good morning, Troy. Welcome to Court Radio.
Hello?
Hey, how are you, brother?
Talking to me?
Yeah, Troy, how are you?
I'm talking to you.
I'm talking to you.
Hold on 1 second. I was in my vehicle. I'm trying to put it on regular Bluetooth. Let me get back in my vehicle.
Yeah, take your time.
Take your time,
We
man.
got all the time in the world, bro.
Okay.
Oh, how about them Sixers?
Yeah. Okay.
Do we have a professional basketball?
Yes, we do.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
can.
Okay. I took my car to a quick lube place here in Delaware County on Sharon Hill of Chester Pike, January the 20th, to get a quick oil change. I told them before that, when I first pulled in there, I said, inspect my car, I want to make sure nothing is leaking. Because I never took my car to a quick lube. I've been taking my car to the dealer since I bought it. They checked it, nothing is leaking. They did the work. I noticed the guy, to be honest, in the front fumbling where the oil filter goes on top of the engine. And it seems weird to me because he was taking so long with it. Didn't pay it no mind then. I keep seeing where I park my car at the back of my house, I see big puddles of oil. I said, okay, hold up. Let me check the dipstick. I get out to work yesterday, way out in the Northeast, check the dipstick. Oil is at the bottom of the dipstick. I got my receipt from when they changed the oil. I call in there. It rings, then it stops ringing. You get a funny sound, and the phone go dead. I tell my boss out there, Delaware County, I need to go back to the place where they changed my oil. I get there, tell them I got an oil leak. The same guy, the same two guys is there. One goes under, one stay up top. The one stay up top, the first thing he goes to is my hood and lift that up. The guy at the bottom goes down. When the guy from the bottom comes up, the guy at the top says something to him. He comes over to me, telling me that he do see a leak from the back of the engine, coming from the top down to the back of the engine. I need to take it to a mechanic. I take it to a mechanic here on McDade Boulevard, pay a diagnostic fee for them to find out what's wrong with it. They came back and said that my oil housing filter is cracked.
Okay.
The only way you can crack that is removing the oil filter or installing it.
Okay. All right.
I go back there
wait a
with
minute.
the paperwork.
Troy.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on there. I got the picture.
All right.
So, you made a statement. The only statement you made that I'm going to correct you on is you made a statement. The only way this can get cracked is X or Y. Putting it in, taking it out, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That, in my opinion, that is something that you need to have an expert make that determination, not you. And so now, first you go back to the place you
But
went
also
to
the guy
and you say,
made a
hey, you
statement
guys cracked my oil filter. And they say, no, we didn't. Go pound sand. We're not doing nothing for you. So then you're going to have to go into Delaware County Municipal Court to the district justice for that area. And you're going to have to sue them for whatever the cost to replace that oil filter is. And you know, for that, you're going to need the
mechanic.
The mechanic that you went to for the opinion. They're going to need to write you a report saying this is what it's going to cost to repair it. And this was caused when the first shop installed it too tightly or whatever they did that caused it to crack. So you need a report from the second shop. You need an estimate on what it's going to cost to repair it. And then you need to take them to the district justice. Again, these are the kinds of claims that people need to prosecute on their own because there's not enough meat on the bone to bring a lawyer in on this because you don't get legal fees paid back. So if the job's $1,000 job and you got to pay your lawyer $1,000 and all you do is collect $1,000 because you won the case and it all goes to the lawyer, you're no better off than not pursuing the claim at all. So these are the kinds of claims that you have to pursue on your own.
Okay, now They won't give me no contact information, whoever they talk to. They took my information. They took pictures. They took the
Who's the
a
they?
copy of the
Who's the day?
Who's the they? The bad people?
the workers at the oil, the
Quick
ones
Lube.
that did the oil change.
Yeah.
The ones
Okay.
at the Quick
You
Lube.
don't.
They
You
took
don't.
my information.
Yeah. You don't need their name. All you need to know is the name of the business because you're suing the business, not them.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Now, the guy also made a statement that these housing, oil filter housings are known to crack. Those was his exact words. They're known to crack.
Yeah. well,
Chrysler, Jeep, they known this was his excuse.
Right. I hear you, and that's why I tell you the first time it's not an opinion that you could have the court adopt without the testimony of an expert. You need somebody to say this did not happen because of wear and tear. This happened because they over tightened the thing. They didn't use the proper tools because if you use the proper tools, you can't over tighten it, blah, blah, blah. So you need to have an expert sitting alongside you when you go to court to establish the negligence of the first party. Troy, I thank you for calling us. We got to grab a break
All
right
right,
now,
thank you.
and we'll
All
catch
right,
up
thank
with you
you.
on the next call. Thank you, Troy.
All right. Thank you.
Folks, we got a 2-minute break. We'll be right back. If those questions keep coming, we're going to keep on answering them.
The 2-minute warning.
YouTube Live. Can we just say YouTube and we don't have to say live because we know it's live?
No, you have to say YouTube Live because I cannot find it in YouTube. I can find it in YouTube Live.
You can find it in YouTube Live. Okay. Well, yes, if you go to YouTube, you'll find our old postings. Yes. But if you wanted to find the new posting, you can go right to the My Philly Lawyer website, click on Court Radio, and then go in the Court Radio page. There's a button for YouTube Live. How are you, YouTube Live? Any questions from the audience? We had, how many people are on YouTube Live right now?
Right now we have 31.
Holy moly, we're up to 31?
Yeah,
That's
getting there.
amazing.
Getting there.
Yeah. When we started, we were at like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I applaud you guys.
Yeah.
Yay.
I don't have the sound effect.
Yeah, so we're so excited to grow that platform, but it is a slow process. So I want all 31 people to call 1,000 people each. So that's not asking too much. Call 1,000 people. We'll have 31,000 next week. And then I will throw one hell of a big party.
Woo! You want to
And
be at
invite
that party?
all of the original 31. You are like charter members of the YouTube Live community.
VIP in bottle service.
Bottle service.
Bottle service.
Yeah.
They're talking your show should be longer, Dean.
I know my show should be longer. I know, but the radio station forbids me because they're afraid nobody will listen to Divine Martino, Shej, any longer.
Oh. Oh God.
I'm
I hope she's not one of that 31.
Divine, I'm only kidding. I just happened to see your poster here, and it reminded me of you. Your beautiful likeness is right in front of me, and I would never talk bad about you.
All right. Thank God we're getting back to the show.
Yeah, thank God. YouTube, I'm going back on the air, but I remember the after party. If you have any questions, I'm going to answer them when I come back on. I mean, when we go off the radio. Hey, I'm Dean Weitzman, your host every Saturday morning right here on 100.3 WRNB.
And Classics 107.9.
Joined in the studio with the firm,
We here.
Meanie Manuel, and Tactics Jackson, DJ extraordinaire.
And our digital director over here, Carly.
Digital Double D Carly.
Carly quit.
Carly Quinn.
I like that. Double D Carly. Whoa. Yeah.
I'm not touching it.
I heard her. I'll kill him later.
Off camera.
All right. Well,
the show
anyway,
isn't-
Carly handles the digital side. Tactics handles the terrestrial side. And Manny Manuel and I just huck it up.
Pretty much.
Where were you? You every time we take a break, you run out of here like your butt's on fire.
It has been. You got a sip of coffee.
His butt got to be
okay.
on coffee.
I haven't. Listen, I got up early, had to dust the car off, do a little shoveling. I didn't eat anything. Didn't eat or drink a thing.
Right.
Just rushed right in.
I don't usually eat until about 5 o'clock.
In the afternoon?
Yeah.
All day? You go.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. We've established you sleep late.
Well, not that late. No, I got up today, and I probably won't eat. You know, we got a friend here in the studio.
Oh, yeah, please.
Can we?
Johnny Cow is in the studio.
Welcome, Johnny.
Put your
Go ahead.
talk
you
on
can
the
talk.
mic. You can
Talk
talk
on the mic.
In the mic,
Go
all the
for
way,
it.
all the way, all the way.
There
Yeah,
you go.
keep going, all the
Tell
way.
everybody who you are.
Closer.
A little closer.
There you go.
Hello, everyone. This is
Yeah.
Johnny Tao.
All right, Johnny is he's working at the King of Prussia office, and he's a PhD candidate in social work.
Dr. Johnny Tao.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
Yeah,
Thank you. I love it.
So anyway, what was I saying? Oh,
King of Prussia office.
Johnny was saying to me, "Hey, Dean, do you want to go get some brunch after the show?" And I said, "I'm not hungry.
You
I'm
go
not."
all day, man.
Yeah, all day.
You drink but you are drinking coffee.
It's not coffee. I'm drinking some iced tea and
Iced
lemonade.
tea.
So what do you? So there's like nothing fueling the fire. You just work it.
I know that's a problem.
Go ahead, Dean. I'm
All
sorry.
right. I got a call. My producer made an appearance here. She got the pointing finger thing. Line 3, we got Sean. Hey, Sean, welcome to Court Radio.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well now that I got you on the line. Give it up, brother. What's up?
Good. I was driving in South Philly. The snow was bad out. I'm going to say last Friday. I'm proceeding, I want to say, going west on Tasker. A car coming out of Taylor has the stop sign. My stop sign is 35, 40 feet away. A cab comes flying through the stop sign, and I run into it. Do I got a case?
Of course you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let me get this right. You had no stop sign.
My stop sign was at the bridge.
Well, then you
The
don't.
bridge is
Listen.
35, 40 feet away
Listen
from
to me.
his stop sign.
Sean, listen.
Yeah.
My question is very specific. At the intersection where he had a stop sign, where that street meets your street, did you have a stop sign, yes or no?
No.
Thank you. You do not have a stop sign. He has a stop sign. He blew his stop sign. Whatever. It doesn't matter what the reason is, because he was sliding, slipping, he was going too fast, he was talking on the phone. Whatever the reason is, he had an obligation to stop. His failure to stop, you hit him, but he was in that. He put you in that position because of his failure to stop. And yes, you're entitled to damages depending on what your injuries are. And I invite you to call me off air at 215-227-2727 in 2 minutes or 3.
Okay.
And we will represent you. Now,
Thank you.
there's a lot of questions I have for you that we'll save for our conference. And, you know, they have to do with what type of injuries you sustained, what insurance you have on your car, because all of that plays a part. Did you say the other car was a taxi?
Yes.
Okay. So I just want all our listeners to know that taxis are obligated to insure themselves, but only to the extent of $15,000 per person and $30,000 per accident. So taxis, Ubers, ride shares, all these big corporations, they only have to have $15,000 in insurance. It's a disgrace. And you know where the disgrace lies? It lies at the feet of our politicians up in Harrisburg who allow the law to exist that makes these companies legal with only $15,000 in insurance. Disgraceful. Disgraceful.
It
Is that
is.
per person? Is that per person?
Yeah, per person. So if you lost a limb, Sean, if you lost a
I
limb,
would only be.
you'd only be able to get $15,000. Isn't that horrible?
You lost your hand.
Yeah.
And you got 15 grand. That's it.
That's it. One hand for $15,000.
That ain't gonna work.
But if Sean has uninsured or underinsured motorists, that might kick in. But we'll find that out in the privacy of our conference. Sean, take care. Thanks for calling Court Radio.
Thanks for answering. I'll call you back in about 5 minutes.
You got it, brother.
There you go.
Folks, we're getting to the end of the hour here. We had a great show. I want to thank everybody who helped make it great, which would include all our viewers on YouTube Live and all our listeners, all the folks who called in. I thank you all. And we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave you now with this thought. We'll be back next Saturday, same time, same place. YouTube Live, you get me
We're
for a
still
few
on.
more minutes.
From now on, you will be Dr. Johnny.
Yes.
Dr. Johnny.
There you go.
We can't call him Dr. J.
Oh, right.
We
yeah.
can't call him Dr. John. That's way back.
Yeah.
For you and
Dr.
Barry. You
John.
can't
Yeah.
call him Dr. John, but you can be Dr. Johnny.
Johnny.
Dr. Johnny.
J
Dr. Johnny Tao.
J-O-N-N-Y.
J-O-N-Y.
Yep.
There you go.
We do have one question.
Which,
Yep.
are you on, that's an interesting
It's a
question.
little extreme.
A little bit.
Okay.
Oh.
We live in a townhouse. If my neighbor is watching our cat and the cat knocks over a candle in their house, which burns down the whole row of townhouses, who is liable?
I want to say this freaking question had to come from Chris.
Yeah.
Is it? I knew it. I knew the question came from Chris.
is.
Because only Chris would ask those crazy questions. Okay.
Does he get a crazy answer?
Now, okay. So the answer to that question, in my opinion, would be that it would be the cat. I hope the cat's insured. The owner of the cat who gives the cat to his neighbor, and the neighbor allows the open flames of candles, knowing he has a cat in the house, is crazy. So I would blame the neighbor who was caring for the cat. I would blame the neighbor who was caring for the cat. You take a responsibility of taking care of the cat. You got to know cats could knock candles down.
Whose house is in?
It's in the neighbor's. The neighbor says, "I'll take care of your cat."
The neighbor. So the neighbor's house, cat sitting in
Cat
their
sitting
house.
in their house,
All right.
and then the neighbor goes around and lights candles up while house sitting for the cat. I think the neighbor's responsible.
Yeah, it's not the cat owner. It's
Not the cat
definitely
owner.
neighbor.
Definitely not the cat owner.
Definitely the.
No.
right.
Unless, here, wait. What if the cat owner knew that the cat loved to knock over burning candles, and it was just a thing. This cat just loved
yeah.
loved to knock over burning candles. So the neighbor says, "I'll take care of your cat," and then the owner of the cat doesn't warn the neighbor. Listen, I got to tell you, this cat loves knocking over burning candles. I would then put the responsibility on the owner of the cat.
If you could actually prove that the cat,
First thing I would do is figure out who
Maybe.
had the
How you
biggest
gonna do
insurance
that?
policy,
Right.
and then I'd make them at fault.
Oh, that would be a.
But there's another piece of the puzzle.
Go
My
ahead.
friend just went through this. I think she lives out what's Yardley? Is that Bucks County?
Bucks County.
There's a law there that for townhouses, you have to have a particular wall that separates you.
Oh,
from
for
the
sure, you
other
need a
different
firewall.
The firewall. So
Mhm.
if you don't have your firewall,
And I've had a case like that where the firewall had holes in it. And they just put drywall back up, and they didn't properly build that firewall back
Wasn't up to code.
Wasn't up to code.
There you go.
And the fire started here, and I represented somebody who died in the home next door. We were able to establish that the landlord, when they were building the place or when they were doing remodeling, did not properly build the firewall back, and we went after the landlord. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you get My Philly Lawyer, because we brought in a really world-renowned fire and cause origin person to establish that liability. These aren't, none of these are ever easy cases.
very nuanced.
And they
Yeah,
are very
they are.
nuanced.
Chris
Thank
said
you there,
that,
Tactics.
Chris
Chris.
said that the cat is an a-hole.
You know, most cats are.
Most cats
Actually,
are.
Most
They are.
cats
find me a cat that's
are.
not an a-hole.
You knew the job was dangerous when
But-
you took it.
I'll say. I
The
think
cat don't have insurance, so we ain't looking at the cat. We're looking at somebody else, probably Chris, because you're well insured.
Rhonda says you should never, ever leave burning candles around cats.
I would say you should never leave burning candles, period, right? And so that's one of the causes of fires. My wife loves to burn candles. First of all, I think it's stupid. I think it's indoor air pollution.
Candles?
Candles.
What,
Have you ever
scented
seen
candles?
Yeah,
Yeah.
scented candles.
You don't like scented candles?
I
Rhonda?
used to be a
No,
big.
I like them, but they're
It,
toxic.
yeah, it's indoor air pollution. You ever see the black smoke that comes up off them when you blow them out and
Yeah.
stuff? Oh no.
I
no.
used to be a candle
or
junkie.
she'd
What about
put a
incense?
candle.
Same thing?
She would put a candle in the bathroom, right next to the wall. And then all of a sudden, one day I look at the wall and it's kind of black. It's got like a black film on it. The
Like-
smoke from the candles is a thing. I don't
Like,
like.
you know why
guess
folks
what?
do
like
that in
smoke,
the
guess what? Smoke
bathroom?
can't be a good thing for your lungs. Period.
Okay.
Right.
Any type of smoke, whether it comes
Says
from
the cigar
incense-
smoker.
Yeah.
But at least I'm getting some enjoyment out of it. I don't get any enjoyment out of the burning candle.
You get the smell, the scent, the
I-
fragrance.
That's why I wear
the
cologne.
aroma.
If I
All that
want,
stuff
if I
is so
want,
toxic
if I
and
want
bad for you.
scent,
The aroma
I smell
is
myself.
toxic.
Yeah.
Then the
I
candle
center
industry is going to
myself
sue us
with
now.
my own perfume.
No, it was
The
a
candle industry is going to sue us now. Thanks, Ding.
The candle industry could be sued. This might be a class action.
gonna
All right, it's my idea. my intellectual property.
This
Y'all
could
heard
be-
it.
Yeah.
I want my cut,
I'm
buddy.
gonna give you a tip after YouTube, but there is something to that. Yeah.
Oh, after
Okay.
YouTube. Why?
All
Share
right.
it with YouTube.
Well, I didn't know. What if somebody runs off with your?
No, you call me. If you got an idea that's legal in nature, you know who
This is
to
the show
call.
to do this.
And also, we already established who shows in, so there's a
we're-
timestamp.
It's
There's a
timestamp.
timestamp.
We saw the idea germinate and
Wait,
Yeah.
so here's the problem with all those kind of claims. You have a claim where you're suing for some lung defect, lung condition, or God forbid, cancer, and you're going to say it's the candles. Of course, the candle manufacturer is going to say it isn't us. It's the toxic environment you
Or
live
you're a
in
smoker.
outside, or you're or you smoked when you were 23 to 28, and or you lived around asbestos. I mean, it's very difficult to drill down on one cause
Right.
of the condition. That's why it's probably not a great claim, unless you can rule out all the other conditions, and you say, hey, I live with candles, 12 hours a day. I'm the candle junkie. I love, and I've been in this environment for 12 hours a day for the last, 30 years. Okay, you might be the ideal person then, but most people are going to have other causes which conflate what the actual
so
cause was.
Elvira, mistress of the dark, need not call.
Yes.
Is that what you're trying to say right now?
Elvira.
That went way back for you. I know. It said whoosh.
Bow.
So there's nothing there, huh? You don't think there's anything there?
I doubt it.
Well, this Mr. Food Poison guy found his niche. Just can't the candle can't.
Possibly, but again, the other causes are what brings that case to probably a grinding halt.
We thought we had something.
Thought we did.
Oh, so close.
Folks, the after party is getting to be after. Thank you so much. I really do mean that. 31 people are a lot more than we started with, and
And you're not more knowledgeable.
you're a lot more knowledgeable, and I hope that next week we can have more.
So is everybody who's listening in this area? Because what if they're someplace else? Can they also call you? If they're in Maryland, if they're in other states on YouTube watching?
Can they call? Of course they can.
Yep.
Because you know why? Here's why you call me. A, I care, and B, my tentacles, my contacts, my network is nationwide. Not, and I'm not talking. I just know some schlub in Maryland.
No.
I can get on the phone right now, right now, and call the past president of the Maryland Trial Lawyers Association, and get him on the phone on a Saturday and say, I got a client I need you to speak to. So if I can't handle it, I have contacts. I got the inner circle of the best lawyers in the United States.
Chris says he's going to.
Because in other words, he knows a guy.
You know people.
He knows a guy.
I know the guy,
The guy.
not a guy, the
The
guy.
guy.
And so if I can't handle it, I will associate with you with somebody who I would be proud to have representing me.
There's always a guy.
So call me first.
Everywhere.
Got it?
Always.
Everywhere.
Call him first.
And, maybe I'll give you a ride in the Bentley to pick you up to do the sign up of your big case.
Now, just make sure my settlement provides me with a Bentley. After the big case.
Well, yeah, Bentleys are Bentleys. I mean, they depreciate like a rock.
How do they handle in the snow?
I haven't had it out. I'll tell you how Lamborghinis handle in the snow, like crap.
The red one.
I believe
The
really.
red one. It's
Yeah,
really
I'm in a
cool.
Lamborghini SUV.
Why?
It's
Oh,
SUV.
SUV.
Yeah,
Lamborghini.
I got a
Much
Lamborghini
better.
SUV.
And still,
Still, the tires
a joke.
are summer tires. They're not made for this weather.
didn't you have the Porsche Cayenne? You never had that one?
How much was the what?
Didn't you have the Porsche Cayenne at one point? You never had that one
No,
in the snow?
no.
So the Mercedes is the vehicle for you in the snow right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I got to pry it out of Mia's hands.
That ain't happening.
Oh, no.
But
That
now
ain't happening.
she's sleeping now. I just took it.
No. Okay.
Ah,
You ain't saying, go, where's my car?
where's my car?
Is Jackson driving?
Not yet.
It doesn't count. It was
No.
12
He's
pages.
15.
Yeah.
It was
I
like
thought
throwing a
Jackson was
medicine ball in a
16.
basket.
15
Oh,
right
he's
now.
15. Okay.
All right,
I
folks.
know he
We'll see
can't
you next
wait,
week.
Johnny. He can't wait to
Oh,
get behind
we won't
me,
see
I'm
you.
sure.
Maybe not.
No, it's
We
a
won't?
It's a holiday. It's President's Day.
Hey,
Valentine's
she's, you know,
Day.
she's the holiday
Yep.
hoe. Okay.
If
there's if there's a holiday,
H-E-A-U-S.
Yep. And it's my favorite one too. Valentine's.
Is it? Is it really?
all right,
love
folks, we're gonna take off next Saturday, and we'll be back the week after on the 21st, Dr. J's birthday weekend. I'll be at Live Casino
Good luck.
on Saturday night with Dr. J playing
Wait,
blackjack.
The Dr. J or Dr.
The
Johnny?
the Dr. J.
Irvin.
It's Irving's birthday next weekend, and to celebrate with him, I agreed to play in a blackjack tournament at Live Saturday the 21st. And when I win that blackjack tournament, Irving is going to hand me my cash.
Get a photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it on video.
Yeah.
Link the content.
The funny thing, all right, we still on?
No, I was waiting for you to say bye.
We're
This
still
would
on.
have been a good story.
Still tell us.
I was down at the casino.
We're still on.
Oh, we are. Okay.
Okay, here
I
we
was
go.
down at the casino. I was down at Borgata.